as you rise the ladder of success, at one stage the knowledge of finance will be necessary for you. It is no more a luxury. It is no more something like, it is a good to know, or it is nice to know. And all of us want to grow, right? Who wants to stay stagnant? We want a promotion every 2 years or 3 years, either in the same company or then you change jobs. I mean, whenever, for example, if any department is not being very effective financially, then the company always has an option to outsource that department function. And this is what has happened also. If we have to state the difference between accounting and finance team, the accounting team says what exactly has happened, and the finance team will now think about why it has happened and how it can be improved. Now, this is slightly a dicey situation. When I say structural refurbishment, it 100% it is not capex, 100% it is not opex. It goes on the company's finance department's principles. A good finance team of any company will consider capital expenditure as an investment, because capital expenditure is indirectly an investment only, because you are not spending, you are spending it for getting something better. In every operation, wherever you are, there are definitely some opportunities to save costs. You cannot say at any time that my system is 100% running properly, most cost efficiently. No, it doesn't happen. There is always some scope. Your job is to find it out. So if a proposal goes to a senior management where the cost benefit is clearly explained, where it says I want this cost, I want to spend this cost, and these are the benefits I am going to get out of it, most of the management will agree for that, because their job is not to save cost at the cost of any discomfort or any disruption to the facility and all that. For example, if you give a tonic to a 80-year-old person regularly, he cannot become young. He will remain a healthy old person, right? But he cannot become a young person. Likewise, for an old building or an old equipment, whatever amount of reinforcement, repairs and refurbishment you do, it cannot become a new equipment. You have to replace it at some time. Your job ends when you tell the top management that this is my requirement, this is the cost benefit, these are the risks, these are the benefits. Thereafter, it is the management's call whether to take up that work and spend that money or not. But if you do not propose it, or if you do not propose it in the right way, then you are at fault. You have not done your duty well, and you will be blamed for that. In every company, there is a phase when the management suddenly gives an order. They say, defer this cost, defer small, avoid every cost, don't spend. So when they say that, you have to have a classification of what is essential, what is desirable, and what is good to have analysis. And this is particularly true for the capital plan. Normally people look at the auditors like they are the trouble, they are like the trouble creators. But actually they are like doctors for the company. They find out what is wrong in the company and suggest what can be done to correct it. And this is what is required by the top management. And that is why the internal auditors always report to the highest level in the company. They do not report to the middle level anywhere, because service providers, they cannot keep low inventory, because if they keep low inventory, then the work will suffer at sites and client will simply question, they will not listen any excuse or justification. If they keep more inventory, then they are blocking their capital, and nobody can give better suggestions than the people working on the ground. They are the people who have eyes and ears connected firmly to the ground more than us. They know, many times they know far more better about the equipments than what we know. So you as a client can ask service provider that every quarter he has to give me one cost saving initiative. This will work wonders. If it is not there already, have this KPI with them. And they will then work their brain, they will rack their brains to find out some method. And believe me, there are hundreds of opportunities of saving cost.